But going back to the self-control, like that is something that you'll learn over time, and it will drift over into every aspect of your life. But that's also something that you have to work for. That is something that you have to consciously put effort into.
Right, right. So do you ever feel like there's like a thought that that might come into your head that kind of like snaps you back into that old self? And if it does, what's the thing that you tell yourself to get you out of it?
You know, there's those days like, this week's been a really rough week.
We all have them.
Yeah, we all have them. There's been a lot going on, and you wonder if you're good enough. Everybody has that idea in the back of their mind. And then you have to stop and think there's somebody that's always watching you. There's always a positive and a negative to your life. And I'll just say it from my Christian standpoint. God's always got a purpose for your life. And when I look back and I think and reflect on my purpose, that just snaps me right back into reality.
Mm,
So
yeah. So
I have
when you
purpose.
right. Okay. So when you face like maybe an unexpected bill or like a fight or something like that, what's the first like internal declaration that you might make about yourself? And does that declaration still contain like any echo of like, worthlessness or lack of value? And I'll give you an example, like for myself, like sometimes, like if I don't do something like correctly, sometimes I'm like, "Ah, man, that was stupid." You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I have to like say something different. It's like, okay, no, you're not stupid. You just need to slow down next time to pay more attention. You know? So, and again, we're asking these questions just for the people out there who literally have been where you've been, and we all are a work in progress. So although, you're, making great strides and you're having great progress, you seem way more happier now, what are like some of those unexpected things that you might deal with? And what is it that you say to yourself, like from that old person?
I have had those unexpected bills, those unexpected conversations, dealt with love and loss, obviously. You literally have to pause and reflect. Rome wasn't built in a day. Everything that you're going to do in your life, it's not going to happen like that. You got to take some time, take some deep breaths. It is better to sit and take that moment and a deep breath and reflect and to act logically than it is to act off of emotion. And that is something that has taken a lot of effort on my part, but it has been so much more worth it.
Right, right. No, I get that. And I'm glad you said that, like not acting off emotion, because most people don't understand that they have a need for mechanics. And what I mean by that is understanding how your mind works. So if I told you that being stuck isn't a failure of willpower, but a problem with your brain's neural network and your body's chemical signal, how would that change your approach to transformation? If I told you that your neural network should operate this way, and this is the way you're operating it. You see what I'm saying? Like, how would that change your approach to transformation, like as you move forward? Because again, as an entrepreneur, somebody who has goals and ambitions, there's always the next step. So you've conquered one step, but then the other one looks so much bigger than the one you've just taken. And with that comes all the memory of the past, right? So with that being said, how would me telling you that change your approach to transformation? If I told you again that again your brain's neural network and your body's chemical signal, they're not a failure of willpower, but just the way you're operating those is what's causing you to feel stuck.
Obviously, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. You have to completely rewire your brain. If something's not working for you, you have to find a different way to operate. And why would you want to operate under stress if it's something that you don't have to do? Like, why would you not find a different solution if it's given to you to get the result that you want without having to completely tear yourself down?